Steve makes an enormous contribution to the world. Steve, thank you. Outstanding. We should tell you that Steve will be signing copies of his book after the luncheon in the Normandy Lounge. We invite you there. There is probably someone in your life, maybe at your place of business, or someone with whom you interact on a daily basis. Perhaps someone who has been inspired by the Mercy Home for boys and girls, impacted in some way by the home. Maybe it's a child who lives at the home or someone who graduated from the home. This young man has a lot to say about his experience at Mercy and the impact it's had on his life. Please show your support and welcome him to the stage, Larry Clay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. When I walked out of the store, this guy came up to me and said he had a gun. He told me, I'm going to shoot you if you don't give me your money. First day in my new neighborhood, and I was only 12. That day told me, get ready. You're about to get into something you can't get out of. But I was wrong. I did get out of it. It was a long call, but I got out of it. Thanks to Mercy Home. All of this today is overwhelming, but in a good way. To me, this opportunity is about dealing with my past and overcoming. Giving motivation to my fellow graduates and uplifting them. Letting them know I've been through the same thing they've been through, and it's okay. We're okay. All the situations we're going to talk about today, it hit my heart. Sometimes when you have a lot going on in your life, you don't know how to take it. So you build a wall around your heart. But that wall that you put around your heart, you've got to take it down. You have to. Because when your blood is pumping during those situations, like the gun, you need your heart to be strong. It takes care of every area of your body, each and every limb. You need to open your heart in order to move forward and let the heart beat again. After I graduated 6th grade, my mom, my stepfather, and my family moved to the south side of Chicago on 95th. Right after we moved in, I met the man with the gun. I said to myself, this is what I really have to look forward to. We're outside of McDonald's now. McDonald's is like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was the only option in a lot of low-income places. I think limited choices in our neighborhood has a lot to do with why people are so angry. In our neighborhood, there's always fights going on. Every morning on the walk to school, in the hallways or at lunch, in the cafeteria, you better be ready to fight. During the day, kids were playing fights for after school. And then sometimes they would even grab their little siblings to fight each other. Their little siblings. Everybody was always going through something. Everybody was always angry. And the wall around your heart stayed solid. When I first went to school, I was very quiet. If you didn't get involved, that's when they'll really seek you out, of course. They saw you and they say, we got a victim. They will follow you just to fight you. And that's what they tried doing to me. I didn't want to fight, but I had to. Call it peer pressure or whatever. After that incident with the man with the gun, I knew I had to fight. I had no choice. That's when it all started. That's when I joined the game. I joined the game because that's what everybody was doing. My grandfather was a well-known gang member, and so was my dad. It was always around. But for me, I never sold anything. I never did anything. I needed them for a family, for support. When I got involved, my mom and I stopped getting along. I was disrespectful. I thought I knew everything. Just like any other teenager. Right, moms? My mom had a lot of responsibility. Raising 5 kids. That's a lot of kids. She was always busy trying to bring in income. Every time I saw her, she was either upset, sad, tired. I would come home from school, and if she wasn't feeling good, I needed to get away from her before she snapped at me. My behavior certainly wasn't helping. It made things worse. So my mom and my stepfather gave me tough love. There's a lot of tough love where I come from. And my stepfather's ways of tough love was extreme. I know they had good intentions. But there's a fine line between tough love and abuse. I wanted more comfort. And I don't think tough love is always the best love. At the time, there was just so much going on. Thinking about grades, the fights to and from school, and going through a lot at home. Growing up fast was the only option. After the 8th grade, we moved to the suburbs. It was no different. Same gang, same type of angry guys I hang with on 95th. My academics were good until I started to hang with those guys. If I did well, that's when I'd be called a lame on the block, the streets, worthless. So I wasn't doing my homework, and I was very behind on credits. When I went to school, I would sit at the back of the class and sleep or talk. I thought I couldn't do anything. I acted like I was all cool, but I wasn't. I was very lost. During the 10th grade, we moved back to 95th. I didn't want to go back there. The neighborhood was even worse and I couldn't deal with it anymore. Too many kids were getting shot, and I didn't want to be the next kid to die, just trying to get to school. So I just stayed at home. Anger can do all kinds of stuff to your head. I just felt like I can't do this anymore. I didn't want to be at home, and I didn't want to go to school. I had nowhere to go. My mom was there, nothing was working. That's when we heard about Mercy Home for Boys and Girls. My mom's friend said it was a nice place. I thought to myself, I'm a good kid in a mad city. A good kid with no choices. I needed a place to go. And maybe Mercy Home was it. When I first moved in, I was skeptical. Were they really going to help me? I don't know. I didn't believe it at all. I was very defensive. I really didn't look people in the eye. I didn't smile much. I mean, hey, didn't smile, you know? I wasn't even using it. My wall was up or something. But my therapist called and taught me how to bring that wall down. She would ask me questions, and I just keep talking and yapping and talking. I guess I was trying to get the past off my chest. I've been through so much. I've been quiet for so long. Carly opened my floodgates. You don't see it when you first come to Mercy, but after a while you realize. Mercy will show you the way. That's when I started saying yes to any opportunity Mercy had to offer. Tutors, working in the kitchen, gardening, stop. Then I became a supervisor in the kitchen. Supervisor, that sounds nice. I like that. Next, I had 2 internships at Clarity Partners in the Cook County Treasurer's Office. Me, a kid from the streets of the South Side of Chicago. All while pursuing my GED. Now I have been in school for a long time, and my brain felt like a blank sheet of paper. But I studied hard because I wanted to. Now when I'm in the classroom, I'm fully engaged, I'm listening, and I'm taking notes. I know now that I'll be great someday. I'll be taking my GED next month, and then in September I'll be attending an IT program called Year Up. After that, I'll go to college, because I want to own my own business one day. Through Mercy Home, I was able to realize who I am. I have positivity, which I learned at Mercy Home. And I'm someone who is very inquisitive about life. So when I see younger guys who look down, I tell them to smile. I ask how school is going, and I tell them to take care of their grades. And if they need to talk, I'm here. It's okay to feel lost. One of the younger guys once said to me, keep doing what you're doing because I'm looking up to you. He's looking up to me. That hit my heart. Which means my wall is down and he got through. I never thought there would be a day when someone could, And that's thanks to Mercy Home. Let's give the staff of Mercy Home a round of applause. And to my fellow graduates, please stand. Give yourselves a round of applause for believing in yourselves and striving to make your lives better. Now I see the world as a better place than I did before. I walk with confidence and I have integrity. And someday I'll be a positive role model for younger kids. Kids like me, kids like us, who are good kids, just in the wrong place. Mercy Home, thank you for everything. I mean, look what you did. Like, I was checking me out.
That's why you're here this afternoon. That's your investment. Good kid? No. Great kid. Role model already. Thank you, Larry. Great. We want to thank Sister Paul McCoy, head of the Schools for the Archdiocese of Chicago, for being here with us today. And our fine young people from the Mercy Home, our graduates, have to leave. They have other things to do. They've got the world to conquer, so please, congratulations again.